To start, we're going to look at local signaling. This is signaling between the cells that are adjacent or near, pretty close to each other. And the guide for this one is that the yellow colored objects will be secreting cells, orange circles, target cells, and red spheres, regulators. So to begin, so what has happened is that the secreting cell has released regulators. How it did that is that vesicles from the center of the cell, which are the completely closed circles, have moved toward the outside of the cell where they released their regulators. And the regulators will go toward the target cells, which are very close to the secreting cell, and the regulators will diffuse into the area around the secreting cell, so they won't travel that much. And so here, at this point, you can see some of the regulators have made it all the way to the target cell, and some have dispersed into the area around target cells. Some are attached, so they will be diffused through the membrane of these target cells, as shown here. So you can see that some of the regulators have made it to the center of the target cell, and this has been local signaling. Now we're going to take a look at long-distance signaling. So this is signaling in the body where a certain cell, so not just a secreting cell, releases regulators, or in this case hormones, throughout the whole body, and the hormones connect then to certain cells that have the receptors for them. So the guide for this one, red spheres will again be regulators, now hormones. Pink is the blood vessel, so that long tube you see. The green is an endocrine cell, and coming up we will have white circles, which are non-target cells, and orange circles, which are again the target cells. So to begin, so what we see here is the endocrine cell secreting its hormones, like the secreting cell from short distance, or local regulating signaling. The hormones are being moved from the inside of the cell toward the outside, and being moved toward the blood vessel, which will carry the hormones throughout the body. And so now all the hormones have left the endocrine cell, which need to, and have made it to the blood vessel. Now here we have our regular and target cells. Again, regular cells are white, target cells are orange. So, to begin, so here we see that some of the hormones are being attached to target cells. There is one close to, but not attached to a regular cell. So these hormones are being let go of from the blood vessel into a specific area of the body, and the target cells have the receptors for these hormones. Regular cells do not. So we can see that the tiniest bit some hormones have bonded to target cells. So here, the hormones are completely going toward the target cells. They're staying away from the white regular cells. And this shows that the hormones know which receptors to go to. The target cells will then have to go through a specific function which the hormones are directing them to do, which the regular cells could not. And so here's the ending. We see that the red spheres are fully in the target cells. They've been fully binded and are now carrying out their message in the cell. Again, the regular white cells are left alone because they do not have the receptors that these target cells have. And this has been long distance signaling.